you guys, it's your girl Ashley Janae, and thank you for popping in to Club Rich, where we talk about everything in pop culture. I am half dead today. I'm catching the heebie-jeebies. I think my kids gave it to me. You know how that is, daycare and school and all that stuff. But let me introduce my unofficial co-host, Mickey Jordan, with all the bull crap in the background. How you doing, Mickey?
Oh, you's a hater. But what's good though?
I heard screaming and everything over there. How's it going?
Not too much, just chilling.
How's your week been popping?
It's been, you know what? It's been good. I can't complain. It's been good. We did yesterday was an interview. Flint Caskets came on, got to talk about people preparing for death. It was a subject a lot of people don't like to hear about, but he was saying being prepared. It was a good conversation.
Well, it was probably one that needed to be had. Um, Shoot, I know that all too well. You can't never really be too prepared for a situation, but when you get a head start on things, it kind of smooths out the process a little bit more.
Right. No doubt.
But anyways, you guys, we missed you last week, but that means we can do a little play a little catch up, Let's play a little catch up today. So let's get these topics popping with the first one that everybody has been tuning in for the last week or so. We got your boy Usher Raymond the Third. You see that halftime show, Mickey?
I didn't watch it, to be honest with
You didn't
you.
watch Ush?
No, I didn't watch it. I didn't really watch it. I mean,
Boo.
I seen him start, but I really didn't watch it. I saw highlights of it.
All right, well, let me fill you in and some of the people that probably didn't watch. There's only 10 of y'all that didn't pay attention, but I'll fill y'all in. So, you got the halftime. Shout out to the Chiefs, I guess. It wasn't the Lions, so I really don't care. But shout out to Taylor's Boo. Hey, wait, hold on. Before we get into that, why did they make the Super Bowl about Taylor Swift? Like, I'm so tired of folks. Um, they kept turning the camera on her the whole time at the Super Bowl. I'm like, child, she don't know nothing about football for one. Two, she wasn't even halfway paying attention. Like you could tell her sweet they was in there getting turned. She really was not putting that much effort into watching the game. But I just thought it was funny that they tried to make the Super Bowl into the Taylor Bowl, basically. But anyways, halftime show. Uh, I liked it. You got to be a real true Usher fan to really appreciate the songs that he was throwing in the mix, because some of them weren't as big of hits as others. I hate to say it, but like the mainstream songs, or what people call the white people songs, like Yeah and a couple others that he has. Of course, a lot of people will recognize those, but he did a song called Bad Girl that's kind of like it was a hit, but it was a little more low key than some of the other songs. And then quite a few of them. The man was skating at one point in the show, doing flips. Who popped in? We had Little John, the singer Her, but Jermaine Dupri. They was talking about his outfit. He looked like a leprechaun basically, with some little church socks on. And then you got last but not least, they were all talking about Alicia Keys and the infamous hug that they did at the end of their portion of the performance. So social media was in an uproar because they got a little close, a little frisky. Mick, if that was your woman on the stage, I know you probably seen that clip. Would you feel a certain kind of way?
It's business.
I didn't really like play into the whole social media part of that, because if anybody paid attention to the actual music video that they came out with 20 years ago, they hugged just like that in the video. Now, granted, she was not a married woman of multiple kids at that point, and neither was he. But at the end of the day, if they're reenacting a video, a moment in time, I would think that both people's significant others would probably gave some kind of permission for that to be included in, in the halftime performance. So now people are. They always want something to talk about. Hush boy. My son in here getting on my nerves, folks. And then you got what else happened? That was pretty much it. And then he closed the halftime show with Yeah, because of course, that's his biggest hit, which I hate that song with everything in me. Like, I was getting off the porch when Yeah came out. So when they overplayed that everywhere that I went, I got to the point that I couldn't stand the song. Hey, what up, Clack? I got to the point I can't stand that song. Like, that's one of them mixed bar songs. That's what I call it now. Good evening, Melissa. But is that it? Oh, and guess what, you guys? So right after the Super Bowl, some pictures surfaced online the following morning. Usher actually went and got married to his girlfriend. They actually have a couple kids together, which makes four kids for Ush. He has two with Tamika Foster. They was married from 2007 to 2009 for people that didn't pay attention at that point in time. But congratulations to them. I like the pictures that they posted. They got married somewhere out in Vegas, so it was like a real low key situation. The kids were there, and I think they stated that Usher's mom was there as the witness. So shout out to them. But yeah, that was the Super Bowl in a nutshell. I think me and a lot of these Michiganders, we really could care less about who won or who lost. We just wanted to see Ush, since it wasn't us, the Lions, that was included. But I got dibs on the Lions for next year. What you think, Mick?
Well. I hope they get us there. I hope they do. But they got to change the defense. They got to get some defensive players. They need about 5 pieces on defense, and we should get back.
Hey, we was at the door a few weeks back. We was at the door. We was definitely at the door. So hey, if we got that far this year, the possibilities for next year are going to be
And what's
infinite.
up, Earth is right from Dallas, Texas, and Cheryl Hart. Okay.
What did they say?
They said, "What's up from Dallas?" Earth
Oh,
is
hey,
right said, "What's up from Dallas, Texas?" And
I
Cheryl
love
said, and,
Texas, y'all.
and Cheryl Hart said, "At the end of the day, it's only entertainment." That's how I
It's
look
only
at it.
entertainment. And then what I forgot to say, Alicia Keys' husband, Swiss Beats, he's a producer. He made a statement online, basically in a nutshell, saying, "Hey, they did what they did on the stage. I think the halftime performance was lovely. And if he ain't got a problem with it, why everybody else got a problem with it? That's the question of the day."
Right.
So, what's next on the list, Mick Dog?
This a deep one, but it's rough.
Throw it in there. Throw it in there. So we had a great week with the Super Bowl situation.
Yeah.
But on top of that, we started off the week with Club Shay Shay. The comedian Monique Hicks appeared on there, and just like with Cat Williams, she dropped a lot of tea, a lot of juice. It wasn't even just tea; it was definitely juice. And in the process, which I didn't like, she brought her son, Shalon. I think that's how you spell it or say it or whatever. Brought out some information regarding their relationship status. He's actually 34. I didn't even know she had kids that was that old. I knew she had some twins, but I didn't even know she had a son that was that old. So I was kind of shocked. And so in return, Shalon responded online, and they've been going back and forth all week between him, Monique, and her husband Sydney. They've been going live back and forth all week, and it's been basically kind of like he said, she said. A lot of text messages being shared. It showed that Monique was attempting to reach out to Shalon, and then in some other situations, Shalon was showing text messages basically showing that every time he attempted to reach out to her, it was, "Hey, can I call you back tomorrow? Hey, give me a couple hours, I'll get back with you." Like, basically kind of not necessarily brushing them off, but not really being readily available at the moment when she called. And I'm gonna hit y'all with a piece of truth. I feel like, just basically from outside looking in, and I might be wrong, Shalon is a piece of work. I feel like he's one of those kids that probably doesn't really pride himself on having his stuff together quite yet. And at 34, you should at least be almost to the point where your stuff is together. Or if so, have your stuff together. I feel like he's a mooch. I really feel like he's one of those kids that, hey, well, if I can't get it figured out, my mom is going to do it for me. And he's in a space in his life where he needs counseling. He needs to talk to the lady. That's my opinion. He need to go sit down and talk to the lady, because at this age, you can't expect an adult entertainer such as Monique to always be there when you pick up the phone. That's just the true reality of life. Hey, I could call my dad right now. He might be busy. He might be doing something at the moment, and he might can't talk. He probably has to call back whenever he gets a chance. He's an adult. He has a life. His life does not revolve around me. I am over the age of 18. I like I just see that he's crying out for help. So it's really, in my opinion, it's kind of past whatever issues that he has. I think it's really a mental thing. What you think, Nick?
I mean, I don't really want to get in it because the situation, but I'm like what Cheryl Hart said. I think it should have been handled behind the scenes.
That too.
She brought him up, but he got a grandchild. I don't really know that you know what I'm saying. But anytime, you never stop being a parent, and I'm gonna just say that we can always say, well, you know, you 18, but if you ain't preparing them right, you know what I'm saying. And I understand she probably didn't. You can't just buy your kids. And hear me out. And you know, sometimes you have to be there with them. So it you know what I'm saying? It's a sticky situation. I pray they both can work it out. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to get in and say he right, she wrong. That's a mother and son. Only thing I'm gonna say is just because your child is 18 of your child 45, that's still gonna be your child.
At the
So
end of the day, though, in
you
my
know,
opinion, I just feel like
I,
it's got to get to a point where you got to be self aware.
yeah, but I see I can't get into it if my kid call me. I ain't gonna answer the phone
Well,
because I can't I can't get with that like that.
so if
I
you
can't do it.
are a Monique or you a Kevin Hart, and you have a very, very, very busy schedule where sometimes you don't even have access to you're on the stage telling jokes. You mean to tell me you're gonna have your phone in your pocket? You recording a TV show. You mean to tell me you're gonna have your phone in your back pocket waiting on the phone call? No, you're not. You're gonna be out here making this bread.
Listen, I'm gonna make time for mine. Or I'm gonna have mine. I'm telling you, I'm different. I'm trying to create a business like how she creating some things, just like Kevin Hart. Don't get it twisted. This kid's gonna be in the business with him. If they
Mhm.
his manager, if he gonna be doing this and that, you know what I'm saying? She even, I mean, like I say, it's you know that mother and child. It's listen, family's gonna have its dynamics in it. You know what I'm
It
saying? You're
is.
gonna
It
have
is.
some every family gonna have it's gonna be some strange things. I just felt like you know on that aspect, even though it was an interview, Shannon Sharp brought it up. She said what she said. I would have just probably said, you know, we working on it and leave
Yeah,
it at that.
left that subject alone, because now I'm starting to see that like I just said, it's some healing that needs to take place inside that family. And who knows who's to blame? We just kind of going off of
Yeah,
our opinions of what we think we see, but sometimes you get to adulthood and sometimes you realize the things that your parents did so you can have certain things in life. And sometimes it's the opposite. Sometimes you're pissed at your parents because they sacrificed to give you certain things because you wanted that time versus a nice car, versus a nice house. You wanted that time. So it's kind of like, it's a double edged sword because you never know um how your child might feel because of the sacrifices that you made. They might be grateful or they might be on the other side. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, I believe they're gonna work it out. I believe it can be worked out.
I'll tell you one thing before we get off that subject. He is a very well spoken young man, though. He's very well spoken. Like, you could kind of tell that whoever was in his life full time, um, they made sure that he was very well taken care of and just educated to a certain degree. So kudos to whoever her support system was because yeah, think about it. At one point in time, Monique was the hottest thing smoking, so she probably didn't have a lot of time
Mm.
that she dedicated to her son. I mean, that could be a possibility. So, like you said, they need counseling together. That's the end of the story. They need joint counseling. Joint.
Listen, the love she had him. She pushed him out because her her love for him we can never understand. Well, you're a mama. You know how you love your kid. You got two boys. You know what I'm saying? So the love she got for him, maybe sometimes this might be some tough love. You never know. I'm just saying. I don't want to say he wrong. I don't want to say she wrong. It'll work itself out.
Rightfully so. All right, what's next on the list? Mick Dog. Ugh, I had to talk about this because I seen this on TGIF. Shout out to the crew on there. Um, so some dummies went to Sephora and decided to use makeup in the Sephora to paint their face, do the whole ignorant black face thing. Um, it's amazing what happens, like what comes out of people's brain in 2024. It's just amazing. For me, the concept of just being randomly racist when you're not provoked to be that way is so amazing to me. Like you literally woke up and said, "Hey sis, let's go to the Sephora. Let's go do blackface so we can get some attention and be racist." Like, what is your thought process when you do that? Because obviously nobody in Sephora did anything to you for you to walk in there randomly to do that. So, Mick, you got any thoughts on this? Because I seen the story and I was just like, I'm gonna report it, but I'm still just kind of like clueless to why these women did it.
Painted blackface.
Yeah, like why? Why?
I never get it when I see things like that go on. It's just like I don't know. I mean, is we in 1920? Is we going back to being the disrespectful? Because I mean, like every other group that if you go back and do things that's called harmful or racist or
Mm-hmm.
they deal with it quick. But it's like still in 2024, we still playing this game. Like
It's just amazing. Like, and these are young girls. These are look like I think they were teenagers. As somebody that was born in okay, these are teenagers, so they might have been born in 2005. We at even at that point in time, we're so far away from the civil rights movement and so far away from just certain things where you were born in 2005, you don't even realize how good you have it in 2005 compared to back in the day. Like, obviously, it's your teachings, obviously, it's your surroundings or whatever. Like, who would have a kid in the 2000s and teach your kid to be racist? Like, what point? What is the point? Like everything is mixed. You go to a club, it's mixed. You go to the mall, it's mixed. You go to church, it's mixed a lot of the times. You go to the grocery store, guess who's in there? Me. Like I don't even understand anyways the point of racism because you can't escape. the people that you don't like. It's no way that you can escape them. They're everywhere. You don't like black people, they're everywhere. You don't like white people, they're everywhere. Like, what are you gonna get out of being racist? But I am glad to see that Sephora is actually suing those young ladies that did that, because whoever recorded the incident and put it online, obviously it made Sephora look pretty stupid, even though it wasn't them. But I probably would have, when they first even start painting themselves with unpurchased product, they probably would have had to get the hell out of my establishment to begin with, or get arrested for stealing. Pick your choice.
Right.
To let them young ladies sit there and actually finish their whole face, that's disgusting. So now I'm starting to think, when you go to a makeup counter somewhere and you want to go get some lipstick, how many of those lipsticks if somebody just sat there and really tried on and say, I don't like this, I'm gonna put it back on the shelf. Let me go find something else. Let me go find a blush and put it on and see if I like it. Like, they have like the little trial things, but the ones that they had were actual products for purchase. So
Yeah, I mean, they had to see it somewhere.
it's ignorance everywhere still.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully this is a teachable moment for them, for they can understand.
I'm gonna keep track of this story and do an update for you guys and see exactly what happened with that class action lawsuit, because I'm very curious to see if these ladies gonna be stuck paying a couple dollars to Sephora. But what's next on the list, Mick Dog? Oh man, this is very sad. I seen this online. We're just gonna touch on it briefly, but rest in peace to Snoop Dogg's brother, Bing Worthington. Um, it's actually very, very, very sad because they had posted, well, Snoop posted a video sometime during the week of them visiting the grave site of their mother, which they buried in 2022. She passed away from, I believe, cancer. And so Snoop was just posting a video stating that they're, reunited and everything. And that's just a very sad situation, because I don't remember if I reported this a couple weeks back, but Snoop has a 25-year-old daughter. I think she's 25 now, and she just suffered a stroke a couple weeks ago. She has lupus and other illnesses, and she randomly suffered a stroke, and so she was in the hospital for a little amount of time. I'm just, their families in my thoughts and prayers, because seeing your baby go through some stuff like that, and then you're losing a sibling too right after the fact. It's just a lot. It is. So my thoughts and prayers are with Snoop. What's next on the list, McDog? I was ready to tear this man up last week, because I seen this last week, but we didn't pop on. All right, y'all. So this idiot named David Lucas, I guess he want to call himself a comedian. I did my research on his page, and I could have did better than that. Um, so the segment that I watched, he was tap dancing hard too. I wish we could have played the clip, but I don't want to get sued because the clip is kind of disgusting. So he's at a comedy club. He decides that he wants to make racist jokes. I guess because his audience was probably about a good 80% white. And the joke that he made, and I'm paraphrasing, was about George Floyd. And the joke went somewhere like, I would have rather shot him than kneeled on his neck. The way he said it was just really just out of line for no reason. And then he went on a rant because some black individuals that obviously paid good money for their seats, because they was like within the first row or two, they decided to leave, and they were highly upset, and they voiced their opinion. Um, and he was just going off. He was saying that he was getting ready to perform at a KKK rally next. Trying to think what else he said that was just off the chain. Um, but yeah, just a little much. He issued an apology, but it was kind of half and half. He stated he apologized to the family, but he's not apologizing for the jokes that he made, which I'm trying to figure out. Did that just cancel itself out? But Mickey, did you get a chance to observe the bull crap?
No, you know, when any time I saw it and I was just like, you know, here we go again. It's like, how insensitive can you be? I
He
mean,
was dancing hard, wasn't he?
yeah, you know, it's the things that we'll do for money. I guess he thought that was going to, I don't know. You know what? I don't know what
He was
people,
pandering. I mean, I'll say it for you, so you won't have to say it. He was pandering. He was catering to the white audience that was in the building. It was a good majority white crowd. He was catering, definitely catering, but he was catering in the wrong way. You're supposed to cater funny. That wasn't funny. It was very disrespectful, distasteful. And then had the nerve to be disrespectful to the black individuals that were leaving, that were highly upset. Like he didn't care. He didn't care as long as the white crowd was still laughing and giddy about the next jokes. Honestly, if I was white and I was in that crowd, I would probably be offended also because the jokes just weren't, they were tasteless, very tasteless. And to see those black individuals be so upset about it, I probably would have stopped laughing. But to be completely honest, the people that was in that audience kept laughing. They actually laughed harder when he started saying all the extra ignorant stuff behind that original joke, which was, I'm a go to a KKK rally and perform next, and all kind of just craziness. So yeah, he issued an apology. I've seen it earlier, but it definitely was not sincere. Child, they tore that man IG page to smithereens. Do you understand me?
yeah.
I made a comment under that post that you just showed. I said, "Hey, my guy, if I was you, I'd go ahead and disable all my accounts real quick." Man, it's amazing, like you said, what a person will do for $1.
Ain't it?
I'm I'm curious to see if he's still going to keep attempting to perform because the backlash that he received, I probably would want to kind of lay low if I was him, like for a little bit, and then maybe resume later. But to keep just going like nothing really happened, and then you say the statement of you really not apologizing, you just wanted to apologize to their family. Like, okay, I don't know, just my opinion. But anyways, any more topics for the night, my dog?
Nope, that was it.
That was it.
That was it. That was it. That was it.
We half an hour into this thing. Good thing, cause y'all can tell my allergies are kicking my butt tonight. I am. I'm ready to pop some of these Benadryls. I just made sure I didn't do it before I got on here, cause I probably would have been snoring and y'all would have been talking about me. But what I got on the list? Oh man, you guys make sure you check out my interview with the Brandon Houston on his Facebook and Instagram page. It's the Fly, what is it? Fly Superstar Spotlight. I think that's what it's called because I mess it up all the time. I did give a shout out to the Mickey Jordan on there and 810. Who else I gave a shout out to? I can't remember. I know I gave some props to quite a few people, but I did mention Mickey in my interview. And it's gonna be a blast. I got a lot of stuff in the works for Rich Karaoke. So if y'all see me pop up on here and I look tired, most likely I am. And here goes my son coming down here bothering me, so I guess that means time's up. But what we got coming on tomorrow, man?
Oh, you know, Miss Tanya Burns will be on at 10 a.m.
Miss Burns in the building. Miss Burns in the building. And I'm trying to think what other announcements we got on the boards. Mick, nothing else?
That's it.
That's it. Well, thank you guys for tuning into Club Rich. Thank you for
Oh,
the
I'll take, yeah, you know,
huh?
that's it. That's it. I think that's it. Sister,
What?
That's it. Because I'm thinking Sister Muhammad out of town. I would say she would be on Sunday. I don't know. Probably you might see something with Sister Muhammad on Sunday.
You know what? If so, I'm gonna personally put a post up to make sure that you guys see that she's popping in on Sunday. Mick will let me know, and I'll throw a post up and stuff just so you guys can be aware. But Tanya Burns is on for sure tomorrow, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Cool. 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 Anyways, if we ain't got no words, we're gonna hit this benediction real quick, and I'm about to go and get my Benadryl.
With peace, then, family.
Thank you guys for tuning in, and peace. We'll see you next week.